there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Spiffing Brit, and today we're playing Skyrim. I know, I'm going through all of those lovely classic games at the moment. We've done Age of Empires 2, we've done Age of Mythology, heck, I've even dabbled in the Total War franchise. And of course, one of my personal favourite games that we've touched upon, Spore. What a strangely beautiful game it is. I think beautiful could be a word to describe Spore. Nightmarishly terrifying would also be another one. But alas, all of that is unimportant for today. Here we are playing Skyrim. Now there are an absolute ton of exploits in Skyrim, but let's be honest, everyone knows about how to get an incredibly overpowered wooden sword that can one-hit dragons. But today, I don't care about any of that. We're just gonna have some good old-fashioned fun by seeing if we can completely and utterly destroy Skyrim by just asking the question, what if you just used a gun? So we're going to start a new game today where we take our wonderful Dragonborn and decide to try and solve all of Skyrim's many problems using the lovely power of an M16. If I'm being honest, honestly, weapons can solve most of life's problems. Someone stolen your tea? Grab a gun. A colony is being unruly? Grab a few guns. But even worse, someone insults the Queen. Well, when that's the case, Frederick, fetch me the minigun. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, today we dive on our wonderful adventure into Skyrim. And without further ado, let's begin. So if you're ready for this, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're sat back, you're relaxed, you have your warm cup of tea in front of you. Trust me, you best have this cup of tea, and that you're very excited to get back into Skyrim. Personally, I haven't really sat down to properly play this game in about 2 years. In fact, I'd actually be quite interested knowing when you last picked up Skyrim. Anyway, without further ado, wabam. I think it's time we dive right in. Beautiful Skyrim loading screens. They really could jazz some of them up. Instead of just having, I don't know, a picture of a massive dragon, why not have a Skyrim loading screen where it's just the Queen? Anyway, today none of that is important. We need to create our ultimate gunslinging hero. Now, of course, we could play the pointy-eared evil people, but let's be honest, I'm not a big fan of the elves. We could also play as a Breton, because let's be honest here, Todd Howard molded the true Breton after just an average typical British bloke that he probably met down by the pub. This guy looks like an absolute Dave if I've ever seen one. Or alternatively, if you're bored of playing as Bretons or Nords, there's always Arnold Schwarzenegger. But no. There's no need to drag in a ton of professional bodybuilders and politicians into this game. Let us instead save the entire world of Skyrim using our legendary hero, Dave. Now, if I'm being honest, Dave is looking way too fit at the moment. We need to chunk this boy up. He could also probably do with less muscles, if I'm being honest. But hey, Dave is going to be a bulky boy. Yes, look at him. He is perfect. He doesn't even really need to be modified. So it is time we must give you your name. It is, of course, going to be Sir Dave, ladies and gentlemen, because this man, he's not just anyone. He's a Knight of Sealand, if you can believe it. That's right, this man decided to go online and buy a full-on membership to Sealand. If you ever want to actually have an excuse to put the word Sir in front of your name, you can just go online and buy it. In fact, you know what? If this video does well, I'm going to say, I'm gonna tease you a bit. I'm gonna say 15,000 likes, because you know that's a real challenge. I said 10,000 for the last one, and they absolutely smashed it by doing about 20k in a day. So I need to kind of like up my targets, because it turns out when you guys get hyped up on tea, no like button in the world can save me from doing stupid things. So yes, I'm going to say for 15,000 likes, I will genuinely go online and buy a knighthood of Sealand, and I can legally become Sir Spiff. Now that just sounds great. Anyway, Sir Dave here, he's bought his membership to Sealand, so naturally we get to throw him into the game. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about with the loading screens. That dragon, nowhere near as exciting as just a massive picture of the Queen. Oh my goodness, Bethesda Game Studios! Remember when they used to make games and not microtransaction cash grabs? Oh, I remember the days. Oh look, it's Nordman, and the man who gets shot. Oh, he's such a celebrity. Oh, it's Skyrim, of course, yes. This brings back many nostalgic memories. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen. I personally almost sunk probably about 100 hours when it first got released. I must say, Skyrim is actually rather nice to look at, and surprisingly relatively stable to run on modern computers. I certainly remember when this game was first released, and the horses would just levitate into the skies, and also the loading screens would take about 10 minutes. God, those were the days. Although I'm sure there'll be some absolute pro gamers in the chat claiming that they first downloaded a pirated copy of Skyrim using about 47 floppy disks. Now, of course, there are technically a few issues that, of course, guns can't solve. For example, my hands are bound at the moment, so I can't just whip out a gun, shoot the driver there, and then just do a runner out the gates. I will actually have to go through this lovely intro cutscene where, of course, famously, Thomas the Tank Engine descends from the skies, breathes fire down everywhere, and then you get to do a runner and decide your faction. Oh, look, he's doing the runner. He says, "You can't get me." Well... I mean, if that archer had a machine gun, then he probably wouldn't have run in the first place. I mean, I'm just saying, a machine gun would have intimidated everyone here so much that no lives would have been wasted. You see, if everyone has a gun, then everything's fine. Oh wait, but then the prisoners would have guns. And then they probably would try and do a run. Oh, I see the issue here. Ah, bugger it. Just give everyone guns. That's not Thomas the Tank Engine. That's a fire-breathing death machine. Oh well, let's just ignore that for the time being. We're probably going to have to try and take down that dragon using a machine gun. So let us first escape and then try and locate the nearest machine gun. Oh, now I need to make my decision. Do I go with the Imperials or do I go with good old Rayloff and the Stormcloaks? Realistically speaking, it doesn't matter because I'm just going to get a machine gun. So I'll go with the closest door. You see, that's the way of the British. Sure, there might be a moral and ethical choice at stake here, but one door was a lot closer than the other. Right, I've now kitted out our lovely Breton here, Sir Dave, in massive Imperial armor. It's ridiculously over the top, but hey, it's gonna be great at bringing down dragons with machine guns. Right, I'm just going to rush our way through here, because realistically, everyone knows the tutorial in Skyrim, so I'll see you in a second. Now, this is the famous bear segment of the game, where in the tutorial, you get the opportunity to sneak past the bear. However, there's a really good exploit where if you just hold down the crouch button and just mash your way into the wall, you can grind infinite stealth. So yeah, realistically, all you can do is hold Control W, keep your mouse about here, and just leave your computer for about a day and you'll come back with 100 stealth. However, I don't have time for this, so I'm just gonna hit the bear. There we go, bear's dead. I called him Bertram, but alas, Bertram did not survive the axe. There we go, we finally made it out. Oh, and there goes that dragon. If only we had an anti-tank rifle about now, we could bring that bad boy down. Anyway, now we are finally free. We've finished the lovely tutorial things. Over there is Bleak Falls Barrow, and we can now go about changing the wonderful world of Skyrim for the better, using the mighty power of guns. So, first we need to take Sir Dave and go collect some guns. Now, you see, it's a lesser known fact that the Dwemer, who are the dwarves in this game, actually invented Gatling guns. And so if you come to this region of the map here, the Cyberdyne Ruins, you can go visit the Cyberdyne lab, which of course is full of machine guns and also, you guessed it, the Terminator. Because the dwarves were also time travelers, which is exactly why they have a T-800. Anyway, I've decided to pimp out Dave a bit, as you can see, giving him some sunglasses and some very jazzy armor. Now we just need to give him an actual weapon. So, with our new equipment gathered, we're going to head back out into the world of Skyrim and start making some changes around here. For a start, I'm going to be dropping this axe. We no longer need it. Now, to begin with, it's important to start small, which is exactly why I've just got a small assault rifle. We don't want to scare the people of Skyrim just yet now, do we? So I think it's important that we actually join a side in this game. And so for that reason, I want to join the Dark Brotherhood. Now, the reason why is because the Dark Brotherhood are a group of assassins. And I really feel that Skyrim could use some of my great assassin abilities, now that I own the only guns that exist in this game. But hey, if you don't think I'm too powerful, let's go test out this gun on a little Falmore person over here. Hello, Falmore. You're behind a wall, so you can't even hit me. But say hello to my gun. And that's our first target down. The only issue is they are behind a wall, so we can't get to them. But equally, they can't get to us. Yes, I see you, Mr. Wizard Man. You want to fight me, but you can't. You can't open up that gate, can you? Oh, look at them try and come over and attack me. It's not going to save you, I'm afraid. I have a fully automatic gun, okay? There we go. We have defeated the Falmore. Admittedly, though, there are better ways to defeat the pesky elves. Like, for example, the Cobra fully automatic assault cannon. Allow me to demonstrate. Yeah, that usually does the trick. Some would say having a fully automatic anti-tank rifle attached to your arm is probably going to ruin some of Skyrim's balance, but I prefer to say it adds extra lore to the game. Now, Big Dave is actually going to be a level 1 character, and in fact, I don't think I even want to level him up. I mean, we've given him a gun, so if anyone's going to be able to beat Skyrim at level 1, it's going to be Big Dave here. So I'm going to travel over to Riften using the lovely wagon system in this game, so that hopefully I can say hello to our lovely friend, Greta the Cruel, who owns an orphanage. And all we're going to do is use our anti-tank rifle to kill her, and then we can hopefully join the Dark Brotherhood. And of course, the Riften Guard would like to fleece me for the visitors tax. Now, this is a bit of an issue because you're obviously a thief, I kill thieves, I have an anti-tank gun. You're not going to try and intimidate me, friend. Yes, they decided to let me in the end. I would hazard that the 40mm cannon strapped to me probably assisted, but hey, Dave is on a mission. My god, he looks so swanky. There we go, we found the orphanage. Now, of course, there are a few ways we could kill her. I think personally we should go for a more stealthy approach, which is exactly why I'm going to use a shotgun instead. Good old Greta here has actually gone to sleep, and one of the children here effectively escaped, ran off to Winterhold, and has done a dark sacrifice to try and get a member of the Dark Brotherhood to come and kill Greta. We can, you know, do it the normal way and stab her, or I don't know, poison her. Instead, I'm going to use my shotgun. Oh no, I used the anti-tank rifle instead. I was meant to use this one. Admittedly, the shotgun was probably also going to be overkill. Right, but it looks like I actually need to do more adventuring in the world before I join the wonderful assassin crew. So I'm naturally going to have to go to Whiterun and tell them all about this dragon business. Only one slight issue. I don't want to do that mission to Bleak Falls Barrow to get that dragon stone. No. That's way too boring. Like, I've done that mission probably about 50 times now. I don't know how many times you've done that mission, but I imagine it's well over the number of 10. So I'm going to be using some lovely console commands to try and bypass that bad boy. So here we go. We've made it all the way to Whiterun. Now they're not going to let us in. Come on. I have a tank rifle strapped to my arm. I'm going to try and persuade you to let me in. I've managed to persuade my way in, but apparently they're going to keep a close eye on me. Honestly, that doesn't surprise me given what's happening here. Most people don't run around with shotguns and anti-tank rifles. Right, there we go. They want me to retrieve the dragon stone, so I'm just going to open up my console here for a second. I'm just going to type in some magical words here. Who knows what just happened there? And there we go. I've just handed him the dragon stone of Bleak Falls Barrow without ever touching or even holding the Dragonstone of Bleak Falls Barrow. And now we get to the mission where we get to face our first dragon. And as soon as that happens, oh, Sir Dave is mega ready to face off against dragons. Look at this unit. Look at him. He's just standing on top of a fire and tanking it. He's so impressive, so muscular, so handsome. If you're not seduced by Big Dave, then come on. You have no heart. And so Sir Dave is going to set out on his magical quest to defeat his first ever dragon. Admittedly though, we are still level 1, which means Big Dave can generally be one hit by some creatures in this game, so we do need to be careful. Also, fall damage. Fall damage is very likely going to kill him. Anyway, let's go experience Todd Howard's wonderful dream. Back when Todd Howard still had dreams, and not corporate-based nightmares, or just general nightmares about the general feedback on some of his games. So here we go. We've released ourselves into the world. Now all we need to do is wait for the dragon to come back, and then we get to 1v1 the dragon using our anti-tank cannon, and of course, a perfectly legitimate shotgun. Here comes the dragon! I'm so hyped and ready for this! Let me see how much health you've got, pesky dragon. And shotgun blast. Oh, you've missed that one. Shotgun blast. Is the dragon dead? Nope, the dragon is still alive. Apparently one shotgun is not enough. Right, anti-tank cannon it is. Oh my goodness, it's really doing things. Wow, that did great. Let's shotgun the corpse just to be certain. You know, double tap. Yep, looks fine to me. Yeah, you certainly won't be coming back in Elderscrolls 6, my friend. So there we go. Now I just absorb the dragon's soul, and we can move on to the next place. My god, Sir Dave, he's not a very fast runner if I'm being honest. He can run for about 20 meters before his legs get tired. The man just needs tea. I'd imagine if we actually gave him tea, he'd be able to run forever. The issue is, he's a Breton who's away from tea, and so their powers are greatly diminished. It's kind of like how we lost control of America. It was all due to our distance from the Queen, and also the distinct lack of tea over there. And so the Americans dunked the tea into the harbour to weaken our powers even more, which meant the only logical thing was to, give them temporary independence. But don't worry, it won't last for long, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, we've discovered some angry giants, so we can, shoot them. I don't know, fire a shotgun or two. See, giants, they're no laughing matter. These bad boys, they've got a lot of power to them. But against a shotgun, there's not much they can do. My shotgun has too much power. And you're dead. My oh my, that was rather beautiful. Now I guess we just have to deal with this mammoth here for a second. Hello, mammoth. Say hello to anti-tank rifle. Oh, he did. Oh no, he's dead. Oh, and naturally, because I've done that mission, now I get Lydia as a servant. Alright, I'll lead the way, but Lydia, I'm going to have to give you something. I'm going to give you a special weapon. I'm not going to give you the Gatling gun. I'm going to be keeping that bad boy, but what I will give you is the Axe of Whiterun. I don't need that bad boy. You can have it. So we've accepted a mission to try and retrieve a sword, which is being collected by some bandits. It's time for another Sir Dave adventure. Away we go, ladies and gentlemen. Right, and I do believe we've almost made it. Over there, where the textures haven't rendered in, I do believe that's the bandit camp. You see, Todd Howard had to design this game so that it would eventually run on Samsung smart fridges, which is exactly why he never set the draw distance to be beyond this point. Now, I've got to be honest, this anti-tank rifle, whilst it will do the job, it's not exactly anti-personnel, so we're going to have to switch up our weapon. I'm thinking we try and make our way through this camp stealthily, so I've equipped a stealthy silenced SMG, and we're going to try and sneak our way inside.
A few moments later.
What are you doing here? Get away from me! Oh, yes, Sir Dave. Oh, my goodness. Now, that was beautiful, Sir Dave. What an absolute finisher on that bandit there. Right, let's go steal this sword back. You know what? I think the SMG is probably the best choice for indoors. So we're going to be sticking to this bad boy. Apparently, we also activated a trap. But hey, thanks to Todd Howard's Skyrim physics, we remain completely unaffected. Oh my, we set the floor on fire. Oh, hello, it's a bandit chief. Goodbye, bandit chief. Pleasure knowing you. And you're done. There you go. I've successfully dealt with all the bandits. Wow, look, they've even got tripwires here and everything. I'd imagine activating this tripwire is going to drop something from the ceiling that probably won't kill me. Nope, no, it's just set Lydia on fire. That's fine. Sorry, Lydia. Allow me to assist some of the flames. Are you alive? Oh, hang on a second, you don't come back. Right. Let's just say the bandit chief did that one, and I'm getting out of here. Oh, look, and here's the courier. Okay, he's delivering me something. Oh my goodness. Apparently I've got some gold for an inheritance. That's very nice. What have I inherited? In the name of Jarl Balgruuf, it is with great regret that they inform me of Lydia's death. Oh, yes, Lydia's death. Apparently the deceased has bequeathed unto you a measure of 300 gold pieces. Thanks, Lydia. I didn't realize I was in your will, Lydia. That's very nice of you. I'll be keeping that. What a shame that she died in a freak accident. As much as I like to make fun of Todd Howard and his incredible DLC policy when it comes to games, look on the bright side. At least it isn't Call of Duty. They recently released a new weapon. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, a new weapon, which you can buy for microtransactions for 20 quid. What do you get? You get a hammer. God, I love some games. They're incredible, aren't they? One of my favorite exploits, which I'm sure many of you will have probably tried out, is the bucket exploit. You ever want a good, but it's too expensive? That's fine. Just put a bucket on someone's head. There we go. Now, if no one else was around here, we could then just steal this, and he won't see because he has a bucket on his head. Is it child abuse to put a 20-kilogram kettle on someone's head? Potentially. But Sir Dave doesn't ask those questions. Now, basically, the Dark Brotherhood are annoyed, because what we've done is we've killed one of their targets. Now, in return, they want me to kill a captive. Basically, we have a choice. We kill one of these three and then we get released. However, I think there's an alternative way of doing this if I'm being honest. Skyrim, say hello to Minigun. Yep, I do believe that solved our problem. And this is great. I cannot fast travel because there are enemies nearby. Yeah, it's only a dragon. Right, time to take this bad boy out the sky. I'm sorry, dragon, but face Minigun. This is about as anti-air as we can get in Skyrim, I'm afraid. There we go. Goodbye, my friend. It's really your fault for trying to fight someone with a fully automatic weapon. There we go. He's finally decided to give up. Right, so I've just entered the Dark Brotherhood, picked up some contracts, and I have 3 people that I now need to kill. So we're going to go out into the world and stealthily try and get rid of some of these pesky people. And classic. The game is broken and my map has gone really, really funky all of a sudden. Oh, look, a fox. Let's get rid of that bad boy. See, this is how to do hunting. Oh, no, it's not. The fox has glitched out and climbed the tree. Okay, what is going on here, Todd Howard? Oh my. There's a thief right here. Let's get rid of him using a gun. Yes! Come on, Sir Dave. Oh my god, you're so cool. Right, let's shoot his body into the water so no one suspects me. There we go. Get you into the water and you can now float away. No questions asked. Goodbye. All evidence is gone. Right, I guess I just shoot you. That's one contract completed. Yes, I do believe this is the spot. I should be able to take the shot without anyone noticing. No, there we go, that was the hit. Oh god, a bounty of 1,000 was added to me. Right, time to do a run-up. I'm a level 1 Dave, I wasn't built for fighting. Stay away from me, please. Come on, Dave, run, and if they try and chase you, we'll have to use lethal force on them. Right, lethal force it is. Now, you see, it's very important we test out our weapons before we actually go and use them. And luckily for us, there are 2 poachers sat right here. Just gonna crouch down and, goodbye. Yeah, that's worked out rather well. On to the next place. Hello. Right, time to get rid of you. Sorry, friend, but nothing personal. Dual miniguns just kind of tend to do the trick, you see. And that should be 1 dragon defeated. Rather easily as well. Look at him fly down dead. Wow, that is so many glitches going on there. Thank you, Todd Howard, for releasing this beautiful finished game. Now, here we go. My target's over here, but this time I think I can stealthily take him out without anyone noticing. Like so. There we go, that should be lovely. I have just noticed, yep, the bounty's been placed on me. Time to fight off all of the Rift Guards. Do I still have a bounty? I think I'm a free man. Speaking of which, I appear to have just glitched into here. Thank you, Todd Howard, for that. I am completely and utterly stuck. I cannot move. And they are chasing me. You know, we should probably take on the final boss of this game. I think we're ready. We're level 1, but hey, we're dual-wielding miniguns, so it's hardly like it's going to be a difficult task at all. So yes, I'm going to gather the necessary console commands, and hopefully we're going to face off against the final boss this game has to offer. So here we are. Facing off against the greatest monster that Skyrim has to offer, Alduin the Deadly Dragon. And so today we will be defeating him using 2 chain miniguns. Now prior to this fight I've decided to get a few little rings of destruction to increase my destruction damage. I'm sorry, horsey, you've got to go. Oh my, the horse is still alive. Right, we'll kill the caravan guard instead. I'm sorry, man. And he did not make it into Skyrim 2. And time to take out Alduin. Oh, wow. This is actually working quite effectively. Wow. Okay. I was not expecting that. Sorry, Alduin. You've got to go. You're the final boss. Oh, no, he's done a shout. Wow, he's just smashed Dave to the floor. Please be careful. Dave has like 100 health. But he's managed to survive and... Alduin, he's dead. We finally killed him. Oh, he's just evaporated into space dust. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. And so the adventure of Dave has come to an end. He's done everything he wanted to in this world. He's killed the endgame boss using miniguns, and he's proved that in Skyrim, all you need to do to win is just to have a large amount of miniguns and a dream of one day controlling the entire world. So, if you've enjoyed watching the adventures of Dave as he encounters more glitches like this Whiterun guard here, then make sure to give the video a like, and why not consider subscribing to join our lovely community. Special thanks to, of course, Todd Howard for creating this beautiful experience, and as always, my majestic patrons who fund all of these completely and utterly silly videos. Seriously, thank you very much. Without you, I couldn't possibly think about doing this full time. And also, some of you don't yet seem to know that I'm actually a member of the Yogscast now, if you can believe it. Yes, they somehow let me in, and in return, I'm going to be flooding their offices with bags of tea very soon. Just you watch. Anyway, videos are normally uploaded every other day at 6:30 PM. We haven't really been able to stick to that schedule very well as of late, but I am hoping to convert us back into a regular schedule. And if you're looking for a recommendation of what to watch next, then I strongly recommend this one on screen now. You're going to love it. Anyway, see you all in the next one.